It is a Saturday morning. We are working on a different project this morning. We have James with Secure Roofing back in town today. If you'll go back to one of our very first videos at the 1970s beach house renovation, you'll see James. And James and his crew have been doing roofs for us for a number of years. Today he's back in town doing two projects, one for us and one for a friend of ours. And I'm having a new roof put on our garage. You know, we've got stuff stashed all over the island in little buildings and stuff. That's one of the problems with living on an island where there are space limitations. You know, you can't have a big shop or anything like that because basically there's just no room for it. So you get little outbuildings and stuff. So the building that I keep all my tools in, every time it rains, the tools get wet and I'm just fed up with it. So James is here today to put a new roof on my garage, and he's also here to put a new roof on a friend of ours that we clean her house and do maintenance work for her. We love to help people out. Ruth's favorite line is, "I know a guy." You know, one of the neat benefits of doing all this renovation work is that we have this wonderful relationship with a lot of the tradespeople. As an added benefit, when you know us and we work for you and clean your house or do maintenance or something like that, if you need any kind of repairs that we can't do, we always know a guy. So Ruth loves to say, "Oh, I know a guy. Let me give you a number." And it's good for the person that needs the work done. It's good for the person that is coming to do the work. We get absolutely nothing out of it, but it's just nice, you know. And so that's my tip of the day, my little piece of wisdom. When you can be nice, just be nice, okay? So here we go. We're gonna come over here and take a look. I'm gonna flip you around so you can see. This is my two-car garage in the back, and we've got bad roof on it. You can see right over there, you can see where it's been patched and there's all kinds of junk on it. And even with all those patches, the thing still leaks. So you've got the roofers, they just got here. So it's only got one layer of shingles on it, which is good. And that way they can come off and drill nice and easy. I don't know if it's gonna show up in the picture or not, but right in there, that area, there's a little sway back, and that's just kind of an old building, and not a lot we can do about that at this point, unless you want to tear, you know, the rafters out and start over, and it's not worth that. But you can see here we've got some other spots. It's just time. It's time for a new roof, and by, you know, mid-morning, we'll have a new roof. James and his guys will come in here and knock this out. This is a tiny job. So we've got this one and another house for him to do today, and we'll be set. So this side here is all pretty much loosened up and tore up, and next time we see this, it'll all be done. Well, here we are. It's Monday morning. The guys were here Saturday to finish the roof on this little garage here. Looks nice on this end. Take you up there so you can see that a little bit. And you'll notice this is all cleaned off. They put tarps down everywhere, and then they used the magnet and picked up all the nails. And now we've got a brand new roof and a roof vent, which we never had before. So just another little project. Keep us on the road to keeping our tools dry and taking care of our structures and our buildings so that we have them in the future. Okay, we are working on doing the windows, and we've got to scrape the windows down and get all this old paint off. They have applied oil-based paint originally, and then they went over that with the latex, and that's a recipe for disaster. The latex will not stay on top of the oil-based paint, so you've got to be sure that you get pretty much all that off so that you can get some primer on there and then start over. So this tool I have here with me today, you can see this is a specialty tool for paint scraping, and it comes with all of these little attachments, and you really need something like this to get down in the crevices so you can get all that paint out. So anyway, this is definitely not exciting stuff, and it's just a necessity, but you've got to take the time, and if you want your windows to look good, you've got to do this. And I've got a daughter that has a window company, and she does this kind of stuff. She's got all kinds of employees and everything, and I could take these windows to her and she could fix them for me and I wouldn't have to do all this, but I really can't afford her. She's much too expensive for my project. Remember, in the beginning, we talked about how important it was to have, ways to save money to make a flip like this work. And if you got to pay for somebody to do all the work, then you're not going to make any money on it, more or less. We're having real trouble because this trim has got a little bit of a concave to it. And so the scrapers, when we were doing it, I'll show you. I get a scraper. Get a scraper out here. We're gonna start this right here. Okay, so see right here, all I did was get the edges of it. I don't know if you can see that with the sun coming through there, but all I did was get the edges and couldn't get this part down here in the middle. But if you have this scraper tool, then you can use this and here in the middle and get all of that stuff out. And you don't have to get it all the way down to bare wood. So like that's good, like right there. So now, see how much better that is? I don't know if you can see it, but it's down to the bare wood, whereas before, that scraper wouldn't touch all that stuff. So the right tool for the right job, as always, is very important. Today, big day, we are going to start our tile installation in the kitchen. So in order to do tile, you've got to have some specialty tools, and I think we've got everything that we need. So this is the first thing that we're going to use. This is our tile saw. Got the tile saw all set up and filled with water. You've got to have one of these to cut tile, because when you cut that, the tile will burn and break, and the water acts as a lubricant and it allows you to cut tile, and it works out great. This right here is our design for our tile. That's what the kitchen tile is going to look like when it's installed. That's going to be cool. And the next thing that I did was I came through with my laser level. You can see my laser level is right here, and I've got some tiles placed out on the floor so I can make sure. Now these tiles aren't oriented right for our design, but I can make sure that I'm not off, and I've marked along here. I don't know if you guys can see it very well, but there's a line right here, and that goes all the way down to the other end, and that is going to be my line, so I can make sure that my first course of tile is going on straight. So it looks like maybe with a little luck, we can get some tile on the floor today. So here we go. right, so now, now we have to figure out what kind of a cut we're gonna make here in this corner, because we can't get a full tile in. And it becomes a little bit more complex because we have a design in our pattern on our tile. So what I'm gonna do is mark a spot, and then we'll go out to the tile saw and we'll cut it. So first thing I need to do is figure out my orientation. And it goes in like this. Okay, so I want this side of the tile to be up here in this corner. So what I need to do is figure out the distance that I need for my tile. So I'm gonna put it up here in the corner, and we're gonna cut it 6.5 inches. So I've got my wax pencil here that I'm gonna use and mark off 6 inches right there, and right there, and right there. And we're gonna keep this side here, get rid of that X, and this is gonna be no good. Okay, so now we go out to the tile saw and we make our cut. Got our cut, now we'll go in and put that inside. And we'll do it again. I back buttered this. Now some people will say that I should have been back buttering the whole thing, but you know, I've never had a problem with that, and we've got the prep done real good for the floor so it's not dirty. So I just never have had a problem with that. And it makes it easier now because I gotta put this in the corner here, and it'd be hard to get that big old trowel in there to do this. So just set that right in place, give it a little tap, and we're ready for the other one. You get a tile with a design on it, you gotta put it in the right way. See, there's my design. Now, I don't know why that didn't come out quite right, but it did. Oh well, good enough. This, like I say, will be all underneath the cabinets. Okay, we're done for the day, and this is all the tile that we had left. We did not waste any tile hardly, but we don't have enough still. So I would never, ever say that somebody made a mistake, especially not the boss. But we are about 10 pieces of tile short. So gonna have to go back and reorder that so that we can get that, because that space right there doesn't look like it's done. And we are completely out of time. We were close, but no cigar today. I think it went down really good, and that's a testament to the prep work that we did. This is where we had the rotten floor. You know, we had to rebuild all of that floor and put all the joists back in and jack up the foundation. Looks like we did a pretty darn good job. So it all turned out pretty good. The tile went down just like glass. It's all smooth and level, so very happy with it.